I'd say the biggest challenge would be the responsibility that I carry when I'm wearing my veil, that I represent a bigger picture.
I think that nowadays there is a negative perception of Muslim people in general, and I think that that's related to what the media shows.
Whenever you get like an international incident where, you know, Muslims do something and then it's the whole sort of community that's blamed for what's happened.
Sometimes challenging, especially now, you know, that we are everywhere on the news, and whenever we are on the news, it's not something good. It's not about, you know, Muslim women becoming a dentist or a doctor, or it's not an empowerment.
I find it kind of insulting that people tend to think of Muslim women as being oppressed, because what they do is they put us in this box where we're all the same woman, we all look the same, we all dress the same, we all think the same, we all speak the same, we've all lived the same sort of life, where in fact we're all very, very individual.
I think the challenge has been mostly the questions and how people perceive it a wrong way. They feel like you're trapped, you're a bit oppressed, you know, they want you to uncover your hair or show your body, but they have no idea that you feel more confident in your hijab.
I don't think we should target every single Muslim women that wear a hijab saying that they're all oppressed.
I feel like I should do whatever I feel I'm comfortable in. Even if I'm completely covered, they should accept what I am.
It's important that we show our confidence, and that's one of the challenges. Like, some people think they'll have to conform with everything, but it's all right to step out of the box and show who you truly are.
When a girl wears hijab, especially from a young age, she's saved from a lot of these, you know, inadequacies that she may feel that you sometimes get from the fashion industry targeting women and telling them what is beautiful, when in fact we're all beautiful because we're all made differently, and we should be able to appreciate these differences.
By being visibly Muslim, I think I also represent the Muslims that aren't represented in the media, the strong woman who wants to dress up how she wants to dress up, and just wants to be stylish.
If you do go in the roads of London, you see that different people wear this veil in different ways. I mean, I wear a turban, my sister wears the scarf in a certain way, my cousin wears it in another way. But that is just a way for us to express ourselves. And it's also a symbol that, yes, we are Muslim, but we are strong, intelligent women.
I feel like people respect me when I wear the hijab, and it just beautifies myself. It makes me feel good.
Just because I'm wearing a scarf, it's not going to stop me from doing or from being who I want to be or who I am.
I'm a person with dreams, ambitions, you know, drive. I'm someone who's going somewhere in life. I'm someone who has struggles like the other, you know, any other person in the world.
We're not just what the media shows, we're more than that. We're individuals who have taken our own choices to showcase ourselves, to show our independence and to show our strengths to the whole world.
I think this Veil series is an important project, especially because it expands over London, New York, as well as Paris.
It's really, really important on hearing our individual opinions and getting a true picture.
People don't usually see the colourful side and the creative side of Muslim women, because I think a lot of people think of us as trapped or restricted to the colour black.
I think the project is very important because it enlightens people about the Muslim community, not just here in London, but globally as well. And I think it's very important to see the Islamic community on a positive light and just see them as another human being that does the same thing as everybody else, but just practices their faith and represents their faith visibly.
The London Veil will help break barriers and, you know, show us in a different light. There are a lot of us, you know, the young generation coming up, we don't want to have that stigma attached to us. We want to be viewed differently as young professionals and modest but educated, and at the same time in a global world where you can be anything you want to be regardless of what you are or what you wear.
I think we kind of forget that although a woman may be covered up, she's not the same as the woman standing next to her. Just as a woman who doesn't cover up is not going to be, you know, assumed to be the same as the other woman walking down the road. So I think it's incredibly important to make people realize that there is a human being here, there is a personality here, there is a character here.
We are not closed-minded, we are open people, we are just like anybody else.
This sort of project highlights the individuality of every veiled woman there is.
I think it's important that it shows at the WOW Festival because this is a first step.
Women bring a different kind of thinking that you probably wouldn't get from a man, so I think it's incredibly important to celebrate womanhood.
It shows that Muslim women are a part of the movement, to show that women are powerful and a part of the feminism movement, and that Muslim women are a part of this big family of women. We stand for each other.
This celebration of womanhood is incredibly important to include all women from all different types of cultures. And I think, you know, the more we celebrate the differences, the more tolerant we can become of one another and the more understanding we can develop.
For me, the best art is relevant to its time and has the ability to challenge our preconceived ideas. I've always questioned a society that is so ready to stereotype and depict this one-dimensional view of certain types of people. I'm really inspired by the idea of transformation. More specifically, how we can transform something negative into something beautiful. Our perceived restrictions, challenges and limitations somehow inspire creativity, adaptation and originality. I began producing work for the Veil series in 2010, beginning with London. I was always struck by how this group of people who are young, female and visibly Muslim at a time where there's still great misunderstanding towards Muslims in the West, shine so beautifully and light up the path wherever they go. I had observed a disparity between the images I would see in the media of women wearing hijab and the reality that I would see every day. And I really just wanted to share my perspective. Beauty is a concept that's deeper than what we perceive with our eyes alone. And it reveals itself in every kind of person and situation. Therefore, I'm conscious in my work that we don't just have a narrow view. I see photography as a way to elevate and empower and also enable certain people and certain voices to be seen and heard. It's really amazing that the Veil series is being included in the WOW Festival because it's an incredible platform that brings so many women of different cultures and different backgrounds together and truly celebrates their achievements and contributions. I hope with my work to offer an alternative perspective that will encourage greater conversation and greater understanding between people who are different.